Give me one sec here, folks. Hello and welcome, Carla. There you are, Carla. Are you unmuted, Carla?
Unmute me. Hello there.
There you are. There you are. There you are.
How are you? I'm good. How are things in Florida?
Things are great. I'm actually doing this call from a car.
I see that.
On a hotspot on a phone because we ran late in a meeting. And thank goodness for technology. Phone, hotspot, internet. How cool
Awesome.
is that, eh? Unbelievable. Yeah, Florida was absolutely wonderful today. We had great weather. The sun was shining. It was 80, I don't know, 82 degrees. So we got lots of exciting things happening here. Sean Rice, who's on our team, I guess I could take my seatbelt off now because we're not moving. Sean has a teammate from the UK that flew over here for the 3 meetings in Florida.
Wow, that's incredible.
Is that dedication or is that dedication? So, yeah, incredible day. So we just got done. Linda Burhans, who has Caregiver Radio Show, talk show. We had a meeting with her about doing some radio commercials over here for Vox, and so it was a great day.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah. So, anyways,
you had a great event.
Yeah. Well, the event isn't till we have the one in Wellington on the 15th, and then we have the next one on the 19th in Largo, and then another one in Orlando on the 20th. So 3 in the next 4 or 5 days. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting time along with some meetings and stuff. So we'll get it rocking and rolling. So, anyways, great to see everybody on the call. We had a great training meeting in Toronto. Despite the weather, there was a lot of fear of freezing rain and all kinds of stuff. So some people weren't able to make it, but regardless, it is nevertheless always a pleasure to see the speakers that we had, those that told their stories. Always a pleasure to hear Jay speak as well, and so it was an exciting time, and so more to come. So anyways, welcome everybody to our Monday night training call. I appreciate everybody jumping on the call here. It's really my pleasure to have Carla Archer, a good friend of mine who's been in Vox Life from almost the beginning, eh, Carla?
Yeah, it's almost been 3 years now. It's getting close.
Been 3 years, yes. And Carla, originally, you're in BC right now, aren't you?
I'm in Nevada actually today, so yeah.
Carla's on the move. She's Nevada.
I'm always on the move.
But from the Saskatchewan area in Canada, and is a tremendous person. Her and her husband Punch have a couple businesses, Vox Life being one of them, and she's a great advocate for Vox Life, for our technology, what it's doing, and has built a phenomenal business so far. And I think Carla and I talked quite a bit, and we wanted to talk a little bit about basically foundation fundamentals for getting started in this business. And so, without further delay, it is my great pleasure to introduce my friend and trainer tonight, Carla Archer.
Well, thank you so much, Terry. I really appreciate that introduction. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm really excited to be here again. I had done some training in November, talking a bit about the foundation fundamentals that really helped me to develop my business over the last almost 3 years, and it was so well received, and thank you so much to the field for that we decided to take those fundamentals and take one at a time and have some further in-depth discussion about them and see if this could help you guys in the field and bring a little call to action, have some fun with it as well. Hey, Terry?
Absolutely.
All right, well, I'm just going to share my screen, so just give me half a second to get my PowerPoint going, and I will get talking about tonight's topic. So
Can you share, or should I have to make you co-host? I might have.
I think I can. I just have to pick the right place to go, I think. Well,
At the bottom of your screen, you should be able to, let me do this. Let me
okay.
make you co-host anyways, and then you should be able to mute or whatever. Try that. The little green square at the bottom of your screen there.
Yes, I see it. I'm just seeing when I click on here, it wants me to, let's see.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Now we got it. All right. Present. How does that look?
Can't see anything right now.
Okay, I can't see myself, so.
Launch your PowerPoint.
Yeah, that's my PowerPoint. I'm on a Chrome notebook, and it operates just a little bit differently, I'm finding. So just give me half a shake here to see if I can get this figured out. Sorry, guys, and thanks for your patience.
Everything's figure-outable.
That's right. There it is. See right there. I think we got it. Can you see that now?
Now we can see it, sure.
Now we're rolling. Okay, perfect.
Good girl.
Oh, excellent. So Foundation Fundamentals training, you are only as strong as your foundation. And we wanted to help create some 2020 vision for you this year and into your future. And Terry, this is something that we're probably going to be doing once a month, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about foundation fundamentals, how to get your business, continue to keep your business going, not just get it going, but using the foundation and the fundamentals of this business to not only get your business going, but to keep it going and grow it.
Absolutely. Perfect. So we're going to start tonight. The number one topic I had talked about in November was, what is your why? And so that's tonight's topic. And what is your why? We hear this all the time, and we oftentimes wonder if this is really important. And yes, it is. It is so truly important to the foundation of your business. It is 100% true, and it's really the key to your success. It's the gas in our tanks, and it's what keeps us moving forward with our business. Because if we don't know why we're doing this business, what's motivating us to do it, what keeps us driving, what keeps us looking forward to the future. And if your why is strong enough, then you can easily figure out the how. So what is your why? Getting connected to your why or your whys, and you can have one, you can have multiples of them. And I really encourage you to write them down, because that's really, really important. We're going to talk about that a little bit more just in the next slide. And know that this is something that's evergreen, so it's ever changing, because your why might be to buy your kid a bike for his birthday, or take a vacation, or buy a car. And once that's done, okay, that why is done. Let's move on to the next one, or add something different, because our lives are always changing and growing and evolving. So that's the beautiful part about it, that you can always just keep growing with your whys. And why keeps you connected to your actions and keeps you motivated in your business. And humans, we innately don't act without purpose. So knowing what our why is really gets us up out of bed, gets us off the couch, gets us in front of our computer, talking to people, and doing what we need to do to move our business forward. So you must define your why before you can begin with the what and the how. So really, really important to the foundation of your business to understand what your why is. And don't keep it in your head, write it down instead. So like I mentioned before, writing down your why is really important, and it really helps to keep you motivated. So no matter what you are or what you've accomplished, sometimes motivation doesn't last. How many of you have experienced this, where you'll notice it yourself, you're all pumped up, you're energized after maybe watching a video or going to an opportunity event or to a corporate event, and then suddenly that starts to fade away and sink down that rabbit hole where you see a little more hesitation, some self-doubt and distraction just happening a few days later. So keeping motivated, having it written down, having it visual in front of you is really important to keep you moving forward. And even if you have the strongest and the most relevant of whys, you need to write them down in order to maintain that resolve and to remind yourself of the reasons for taking action on a regular basis. I don't know about you, Terry, but for me, I'm perpetually always thinking about my why and what's driving me and what keeps me involved in this business. And that's really important. I find that it really is the foundation for me.
Absolutely. And I think that the key thing about what you're talking about here is, remember, it's yours.
That's right.
Yours, not mine. If I identify my why, I have to use my why as the fuel to keep me going. So the important key word here is your. What is your why, right? And that's an identification that you have to make.
Absolutely. And writing things down encourages daily progress. And by writing your why down, you have a record of what you've been working towards. And this helps you also reflect on what you accomplished and can help gauge your strengths and weaknesses. It can help identify how you're spending your time and your energy and the areas that you need to work on as well. So it's great for evaluating, how you're processing, how you're growing and changing. And nothing feels better than to be able to look back on your whys and go, wow, I actually did that. Because at one point in time, maybe your why seems like it was far off in the distance. And now having seen it accomplished, that's really significant for you, for motivation to keep you going, for your self-esteem, for all kinds of things. So knowing your why, knowing why you joined the Vox Life mission gives you passion for doing your business and for doing the work. Because I'm not going to lie to you, some days it's not that easy. Some days you're tired. Some days you maybe just aren't in the right headspace. And when you know your why, it's what's going to pick you up. It's kind of like your best buddy who's going to go, let's go to work today because we know what we're trying to accomplish here, and let's keep focused on that.
Yeah.
Now revisiting and being connected to your why during your journey. So for somebody like myself who's been involved in Vox Life for almost 3 years, I'm always revisiting what my why is because it restores my passion in everything that I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And passion in turn creates devotion. So when we feel really passionate about something, we're willing to do the work, which is devotion. And that's what we want to see within ourselves. And that's the kind of environment we want to create for our teams as well. Because the more passion that we have, the more work we're doing, the more devoted we are to the mission, the more that we're going to be able to move forward and towards it. And passion is contagious. Certainly it separates you from the ordinary and it draws people towards you. Now, Terry had mentioned that my husband and I work together on Vox Life, and we also have another business. And oftentimes we are told when we're talking to people about the Vox Life business is how passionate we truly seem about it. And we are, because we're excited. We're proud. We know what this technology can do. We love that it's part of our world, part of our life, and part of our day. And, that makes a huge difference. Think about somebody that you ask, so how was your day at work today? And they go, kind of sucked. Like you're going, well, I don't know if I really want to talk to that person anymore. Like that's too bad for them, but they're not really awe-inspiring. But if somebody said, hey, how are things at work today? And you go, oh my God, it was so awesome. My team members are doing so good. Or I met somebody here, or I got to do that. People want to know more. They want to be around you. And that's really important too to drive your business forward, because that's going to attract like-minded people to you to join your business, to use the product, become your customer, your regular customers for stock and soul parties. So it gives you that extra bit of passion and energy, and just keeps things moving forward. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love this statement that having a job that you love is a right and not a privilege. I think for many people, they believe that is for only the privileged few. And it's not for the chosen few. It's for anybody. But it all starts with you making the choice to do it, sorting out what your whys are, getting passionate about that, and loving what you do. So we all have the choice to make that happen. Now make one of your reasons why that you're doing this for yourself. And I hope that doesn't sound like a selfish statement to you. And I'll explain a little bit of why I've included this in here for you to take a look at tonight. I have multiple whys why I'm doing the Vox Life business, what gets me out of bed and keeps me motivated. I'm passionate and I'm in love with it. But one of my whys is really strongly because it's for myself. One of the reasons being is that I found when I left my previous work, I kind of missed that connectivity with other people. And this offers that to me, that I get to connect with other people. I get to engage with a group of people, not only in Canada, the US, and now I get to expand my people to the UK, which is really exciting. But I get to learn and I get to grow. And if I ever have a moment, and I'm only human, as many of you may experience as well, where you might feel some days like maybe, say, Punch is watching TV and I'm working away all day and I'm feeling frustrated because I'm tired and I'm stressed out and I'm thinking, well, how come I'm the only one who's working here today? Or whatever the case may be. Sometimes we can get like that.
Right.
And this has been so solid for me to remind myself, you know why you're doing this? You know why you're doing the work? You're doing it for you, because of how you feel when you get to help somebody, when you get to change somebody's life, when somebody joins your team, how you get to engage with people in so many reasons. So if you're not including yourself as one of your whys, that might be something that you want to look at. And if you do find yourself every once in a while sliding down that rabbit hole where you're like, how come I'm the one who's got to be doing all of this? This has really been my bounce back for me on so many occasions, and has really been helping me, change and evolve as a person as well. So I hope that helps you too.
Yeah, and I think Jay this weekend, Carla, talked about in his training, talked about intent, and that if your intent is right, and the intent with Vox is kind of like, are you helping people because you want to help people, or are you helping people because you want to, just make money? Right? And I think when the intent is right, then the passion grows. If the intent is wrong, it's hard for the passion to grow. And so when your intent and focus is right, on truly helping, so sort of like mission before commission idea, you start to hit, you've heard me talk about profound moments. That profound moments happen to those that are doing the do. And I see it all the time that people, I just say, stay with it, keep sharing, you're going to have those moments. And those moments where you have that phenomenal change that you have allowed somebody to see by introducing the product, and allow somebody to achieve by introducing the product, takes all those, times where, people didn't look at this technology or whatever, and you've changed that one person's life for the better, that passion just fills that resolve, or that result that you've had with our technology with that person, just fills your tank up again. And passion, I believe, is a feeling that grows. And you may not have it right away, but you'll continue to fill the tank up the more you do this. And so that tank I'm talking is your tank, your own tank, doing it for you.
Doing it for you. Absolutely. And, you can see where the whole circle goes around, that when you figure out what your why is, again, going to the passion, fueling your tank, working for others, working for yourself. And, that's why it's so important to have that as part of your foundation, because without it, again, we're just kind of meandering around going, well, I could take it or leave it. I could do it. I could not. Yeah. It doesn't really connect you to your reasons for being involved. So yeah, awesome. Okay. So something fun that we thought we would throw out there is, let's do this together. So write down your why or your whys, and join us in sharing your why. Now, when I say that doesn't mean that you have to show me outright what all your whys are. You could fold up your little piece of paper like this and write my whys on it. You could take a picture if you have it on your fridge, or if you have it by the bed, or whatever you want to do. This is kind of like when we were doing the 90-day challenge, and when we signed that commitment form, right? Just kind of gets people engaged, gets people excited. It reminds us, why finding out what our why is so important. And if you would, take a picture and post that in Voxination and comment, I know why. So what do you think about that? Is there any comments in the field?
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's going to create some excitement within Voxination. It's going to show that, we're working together as a team, because it's always nice to know that we're working together. It's going to show us what you're doing. It's also going to show your teammates that you're involved, you're engaged, you're doing these things that they're hearing about. And I think that's really important as well, because when you're active, you're part of, you're showing, you're leading the way, you truly are being a leader. And it's inspiring. I used to think, oh my gosh, my hair's not right, or what am I wearing, or what's the case? And then I really started realizing, all the pictures that I see of people posting, I could care less about that stuff. I'm just super excited that they engaged and they're sharing. And that got me excited. And I thought, well, I should do that too. So it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And if you want to, give them a thumbs up for encouragement. So just use your little thumbs up emoji if they've posted a picture, so that we're not all over inundated with messaging and whatnot, just to show encouragement and get people excited. So that's what our little call to action is tonight. for you guys to do to start working on your why or whys. And again, remember, you don't have to show us exactly what they are. You can, if you so choose to, fold them up in a little paper, whatever you want to do, and just take that little snapshot, post it with the comment, I know why, and let's get excited, everybody, because we're busy. There's a lot of things going on, so we don't want to take up a lot of your time, but this is going to be a lot of fun and just sort of get the energy and the passion going with this as well.
Yeah, and I think it gets people used to engaging in the group, Carla, which I think is very exciting because, we want to see that people are active. We want to see that people are there. We don't want you, always sitting on the sidelines and maybe thinking, is this maybe something I could post or couldn't post, and it's not my page, and maybe it shouldn't. It is your page. It is our team page. We're all one team. So I think putting that out there that says, hey, you know what? This is why I'm doing this today. This is why I'm doing it. And like I said, there's a point where you can get to where the bigger why isn't discovered until some of the smaller whys are fulfilled, right? And so, if the why for this week is I want to do it because I need to feel good about me, and so I'm going to help others to help me feel good about me, maybe that's your why for this week. I said, people, you never get poor or feel bad from helping someone.
Absolutely not.
Feeling down or something. I can remember all the time when my dad always used to teach me to open the door for ladies. Open the door. If you see an old lady walking into somewhere, an old man, open the door for them. Beat them to the door and open the door for them. Or and I can remember, and I remember distinctly, I was holding this door for this lady, and kind of had like a smirkish grin on my face, and holding this door, and she stopped and she looked at me and she just went, bless your heart. I was like, really? Bless my heart. I felt so good. Why? Because I opened the door. So my why has always been, hey, if I see an old lady or something, my why, or an old man, I'm always going to beat them to the door and open that door for them because of how it makes me feel. I know it makes them feel good, but it makes me feel wonderful to be able to do that. So if that's part of your why for this week, to help somebody just by opening a door, put it in there. Get us all excited about doing positive things to change, the dynamics of our page, to change the dynamics of people's thought processes. And those little whys can lead you to identify and realize what your bigger why might be.
Absolutely. And I used to kind of sit on the sidelines and watch and worry, maybe should I engage, should I comment? But I got to tell you that the more that I find that I do it, the more exciting it is. It's fun and it gets people excited, and people are excited, and that's contagious. And so, if that's something maybe too that somebody is sitting back going, well, I don't know if I can really do that. Well, if we who feel comfortable can lead the way and show them, it might bring them to that next step, to step out of that comfort zone and show them that it's safe, it's okay, and it's fun. So
yeah, Diane put a great point on here. She's funny. She goes, if you open the door for me, does that mean that I'm old? Question mark. Let's do it for everyone.
Let's do it for everyone.
Contagious. Diane, you're so right. I would open up the door for you no matter what age you ever are. So, but you're so right. Let's open the doors for everybody and share that spirit. So great point, though.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So great thing. So we are going to do this. We're going to keep some of these trainings short so we don't keep you guys on here long. They're from the point, or they're to the point, where they're basically foundational things for our business. They're foundational, especially, I think, Carla, for our third pillar, which is we are dedicated to self-improvement. And all these things, by identifying our why, writing them down, writing our mission, writing our daily method of operation down, some of these things are all the things that are going to help us to be better at sharing this technology and achieving the goal of 1 billion people. So great stuff. So
yes.
Questions. I'm just going to check the feed here. Sure. If there's any questions. Brenna says, yes, the more you do it, the more momentum hits you and everyone around you. It's contagious. It kind of reminds me of, it's sort of that analogy. If you throw a stone in the pond, doesn't matter how far out you throw it, the ripples will end up coming back to you sooner or later. I remember today I was at Linda Burhan's house, having a meeting, and Linda Burhan's the caregiver. Vox Life has a caregiver radio show, and I remember there was a boat. She lives on a lake in Seminole, and there was a boat going across, and it was one of those boats that are, slalom boats. They don't leave very much wake, but it was way across the lake, and I thought that those ripples would be dissipated by the time they got over to where we were, and no, they weren't. So that boat was so far away, but those ripples still achieved. So I thought if I threw a big boulder out there, as far as I could throw it, I'll guarantee you those ripples would come back to me. So it's kind of like throwing that stone into the pond. You put out there, it'll come back to you. I truly believe that. So these little things are great. So thank you so much for that, Carla.
And through the month, I'm going to be posting some stuff, just talking about why, some motivational posts in the group, and just waiting to see you guys' pictures, and can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see everybody participating and getting excited. It's still January of this new year. We have all of 2020 to go and beyond, and this is a really great way to get started. So I'm excited.
Absolutely, and I'm so grateful, Carla, that you stepped up and want to do this to help the field. And the idea here is to help everybody get better at what we do. And I'm certainly grateful, as I'm sure the rest of the field is, here to have you do this. And you're such a great trainer and a great leader, and we're blessed to have you. So thank you so much for all you do. I'll just unmute everybody right now so we can all say good night. All
Bye,
thank you all.
Thank you all. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you.
Get your wives out there, guys. Get your wives on the tape.
Good night.
We'll talk to everybody real soon. Thanks for jumping on, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Bye, Larissa.
Have fun in Florida.
Thanks, guys, we're going to change lives here. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Have fun, but not too much fun.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Thanks for taking the time. Love you all. Take care. God bless. Good night.
Thanks for the opportunity, Terry.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye for now.